It's time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. Winter continues across most of the country with below normal temperatures and gusty winds. Snow showers and squalls will affect the Great Lakes area and northern plains as a couple of cold fronts cross those regions. Winds and dry weather will keep fire weather concerns at critical levels for Southern California through the end of the week. A powerful storm is going to affect Alaska with heavy snow and winds. Closer to home, cold mornings expected through the remainder of the work week. A warming trend this weekend with afternoon breeziness. The next upper-level system approaches the area on Monday, bringing breezy conditions and slight chances for precipitation. We'll have another look at the weather following this news. After what happened yesterday in Nashville, we should probably all take this class and learn something from it. The ALICE, Active Shooter Response Training Course, is a 2-day class designed to teach participants the skills and strategies to increase survivability during the gap between a time a violent event occurs and law enforcement arrives. Upon successful completion of the course, you will be a certified ALICE instructor and will have the knowledge and resources to train others in your community. Classes are available on March 19th and 20th from 8 until 5 at Eastern New Mexico University in Roswell. Information available by calling 330-661-0106. The Alamogordo Police Department alerts the community to a current scam affecting residents. Individuals are receiving phone calls from scammers claiming to have a loved one in distress.
Can you please tell your daughter you're going to come get her?
Callers use fake screaming sounds to make the situation appear more urgent, attempting to pressure victims into sending money for the release of their family member. If you receive a call like this, do not send money. Contact law enforcement immediately. And then call your family member directly to confirm safety. Never send money based on a phone call, especially in urgent situations. If someone asks you to purchase a gift card, that's a very big indicator of a scam. If you've received a suspicious call or feel you may have been targeted, please reach out to the Alamogordo Police Department. The City of Alamogordo invites you for a workshop on Ordinance 1710 during the City Commission meeting on Tuesday, January 28th, regarding regulating camping on public and private property. This is your opportunity to share constructive ideas and solutions in helping shape this ordinance and to address the homeless issue in the community. The road closure at West Canal Street between Eddy Drive and White Sands Boulevard continues due to the Union Pacific Railroad's repair of sections of train tracks at the crossing. Again, the repairs continue through today, but should also wrap up today. Drivers are going to be detoured onto Eddy Drive South and to West 10th for access onto White Sands. The village of Tularosa is having a workshop this Friday. Discussion regarding the New Mexico Mounted Patrol as a personnel staffing agency who can provide trained law enforcement officers to any requesting New Mexico law enforcement or regulatory agency. For those that have taken the time to vote for Lenny Lou the cat, we want to thank you. He is, last check, in first place. But Kitty City needs your help just one more time today, please.
Hi, this is Kathy Denton with a special edition of Cat Chat. Recently, we asked you to vote for Lenny Lou, our 2025 March Kitty, on a nationwide cat calendar. Thank you to everyone that voted because Lenny Lou made the finals. Kitty City is asking for you to vote again to see if Lenny Lou will win the top cat spot. If Lenny Lou gets the most votes for top cat spot, he will get his picture on Modern Cat magazine and Kitty City will be awarded $10,000. Please go to the Kitty City Facebook page and click on the Vote for Lenny Lou. Help Lenny Lou win the top cat spot and Kitty City to win $10,000. Deadline to vote for Lenny Lou for the top cat spot and $10,000 is by 6 p.m. This has been Kathy Denton with Kitty City with a special edition of Cat Chat. Please vote for Lenny Lou and the top cat spot. Kitty City and you. No one loves them better.
And today is Thursday. That means it's time for Laura Noble and a Thursday Thought.
Good morning, 95.1 listeners. This is Pastor Lauren with our Thursday Thought. Well, Donald Trump is in office, and what will happen is yet to be seen. Either way, we will have some people who are happy, some people who are not, and some people like me who really don't say much either way. I hope and pray the best for our country, but that is all I can do is hope and pray for the best. But already I've heard people say, well, that is who God wanted in office. You know, I'm not really pro-President Trump, nor am I against him. But let us remember that God does not make those decisions. I remember in biblical times that the Israelites wanted a king, so God let them have their way, and they chose Saul, and that was a disaster. God's basic response, I guess you could say, was, well, how did that work out for you? And King David, who was king after Saul, wasn't bad, but God allows us to elect who we want to, so we cannot say God wants them in office, and if it turns out badly, we cannot blame God. The next 4 years will reflect our choice, so we will see what happens. And I do pray for our country and encourage us to, and let me say a prayer for us. Lord, help us to remember that you did not appoint President Trump or elect him. The people voted him in. So if it turns out badly, they cannot blame you. And I do pray for the direction of our country and which way it is going, and ask that you bless our country the next 4 years, and that you will bless the decisions the government makes. Amen. Until we meet up again on the airwaves, blessings to you.
News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Hi, Sunny Harris, inviting you to join Animal Village NM's Thank You in Advance fundraiser and help us reach our goal of $25,000 by February 29th. Your support will fund spay-neuter surgeries for more than 200 pets and provide essential pet food for families in need. Drop off gently worn shoes at our collection boxes or donate online at animalvillagenm.org. By mail, 303 Spring Road, Ruidoso, 88345. Thank you in advance for your generosity. Animalvillagenm.org.
Local news from local perspectives, from local voices. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Local sports, local events, and local happenings and more. Nonprofit owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Heard daily on Crazy KALH Radio 95.1.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
You let him try violin because you love him. And if you love him that much, love him enough to make sure he's buckled up and in the back seat. Find out more at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Federal law enforcement are looking for Herschel Bluehorse, wanted for several sex charges. He faces 3 counts of criminal sexual penetration, false imprisonment, battery, and criminal sexual contact. The suspect has a vehicle described as a white Toyota RAV4, New Mexico license plate 94420. Anyone with any information, please contact authorities. El Paso Mayor Renard Johnson sought to reassure residents as President Trump's recent executive orders on immigration stirred concerns across the borderland.
We don't have the resources to enforce federal enforcement. So El Paso and the men and women in the police department, I don't believe the chief's going to have the resources to go out and enforce immigration in our community.
President Trump has promised a crackdown on immigration with new memos indicating raids targeting illegals with criminal histories are going to begin. Yesterday, Trump also ordered the military to the border. New Mexico's elected officials could face criminal prosecution if they don't comply with these orders. That's according to a new memo from the U.S. Department of Justice, which says federal prosecutors will go after any state or local official who stands in the way of immigration enforcement. KOB spoke with Santa Fe Mayor Alan Weber.
I don't know that any mayor is in a position, including me, to say we're going to refuse to comply with the law, but I don't know that we're required to assist with things that go beyond our legal responsibility.
Cities like Santa Fe and Albuquerque are immigrant-friendly cities, meaning their police departments don't enforce federal immigration laws, and they don't request immigration status information. A lawyer for the ACLU of New Mexico says there is legal precedent protecting states from being forced to carry out federal immigration plans. Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham, along with Democratic and Republican lawmakers, all agree it's time to revamp New Mexico's Children, Youth, and Families Department.
Those in the care of our Children, Youth, and Families Department deserve a whole lot more.
CYFD seems all but sure to face changes this legislative session, but exactly how is expected to draw a lot of debate. One of the first Democratic proposals calls for changes in how the department leader is picked and more. Representative Gail Armstrong is the minority floor leader a Republican from Magdalena.
While it's a huge agency, they need our help, they need our direction.
Republicans and Democrats are now working on a lot of ideas. For example, the KALH Act, which allows mothers with drug issues to take their babies home after they're born. Some lawmakers claim those rules have led to life-threatening situations. A draft proposal from Democrats also calls for changing how the CYFD secretary could be selected with a commission nominating finalists. The governor has specifically called for an outside oversight agency to review the department's performance every 6 months. Meanwhile, Democrats and Republicans are supporting creating a special child advocate office inside the New Mexico Department of Justice. At the Las Cruces Public School Board meeting on Tuesday night, the topic of allegedly objectionable books available in school libraries was once again presented to the board. Sarah Smith, from the Coalition of Conservatives in Action, presented each member of the board with an illustrated booklet titled Parent's Guide to 95-plus explicit books in Las Cruces Public Schools, How to Protect Your Children from Porn in New Mexico School Libraries.
Protecting children from age-inappropriate explicit content is not book banning, it's just common sense. Instead of taking common sense steps to ensure that the school district is not providing children with age-inappropriate content, LCPS has chosen to take no action on this issue. School board members, it is not too late for you to consider this issue seriously and take action to make sure your schools are not exposing children to age-inappropriate content.
Some of the 95-plus titles listed in the book deemed the worst of the worst in terms of age-inappropriate content include A Handmaid's Tale, Wicked, The Life and Times of the Wicked Witch of the West, The Fault of Our Stars, A Game of Thrones, The Kite Runner, as well as Jack of Hearts and Other Parts, a book in which Smith and the Coalition of Conservatives in Action tried to have removed in 2023, only to have the board vote 6-1 for it to remain. It's about a queer teen working to uncover a blackmailer threatening him back into the closet. Jack has a lot of sex, and he's not ashamed of it. Patrick Nolan, the newly elected vice president of the Las Cruces Public School Board, spoke with KRWG.
I think to call any of those books pornography is a big reach. I haven't read all of them, but there are a few that I have read. Kite Runner specifically is a really powerful book that I don't think is inappropriate at all.
Nolan also responded to Smith's comments about the Las Cruces Public School Board not taking any action against what she feels are age-inappropriate books. Sports and weather are coming up next. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, they just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
There are 43 games for New Mexico girls basketball today, including Carrizozo at Grady, Hondo goes to the Institute, Hatch goes to Ruidoso, and Tularosa's doing double duty today. Tularosa heads to Cobre. Wow. Go, Lady Cats. Loving comes to Tularosa. Wow. Go, Lady Cats. Also, Oregon Mountain heads to Alamogordo. Go, Lady Tigers. There are 43 games for Mexico varsity basketball today, including Carrizozo at Grady, Tularosa at Socorro. Wow. Go, Wildcats. And Alamogordo heads to Oregon Mountain. Go, Tigers. Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny skies, mostly clear tonight, sunny tomorrow. Your high today in the basin, 41. Wind chills are going to make it feel like it's 9. Low tonight of 17, high tomorrow, 48 degrees. In Cloudcroft, mostly sunny skies today, winds gusting as high as 16 miles per hour. Mostly clear tonight, winds gusting as high as 13. Sunny tomorrow, winds gusting as high as 18. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 21. Wind chills are going to make it feel like it's -6. Low tonight of 7. Wind chills are going to make it feel like it's -1. High tomorrow, 35. Wind chills are going to make it feel like it's -1 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.org, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting KALHradio.org. Also check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. And that concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.